Your destination is Marrakesh, Morocco, where civil riots are looming. Your targets are private banker Klaus Strandberg and Army General Reza Zaidan, two of the conspirators in a sinister plot to overthrow Morocco's fragile government. Strandberg, a former bank CEO who stole billions of dollars worth of savings from the Moroccan people, was facing trial for investment fraud. But early this morning, a band of heavily armed mercenaries freed Strandberg from his prison transport, resulting in the death of several police officers. Strandberg now takes refuge at his native Swedish consulate, in front of which crowds of angry protesters have gathered, demanding his handover to Moroccan authorities. We believe General Zaidan orchestrated Strandberg's escape to infuriate the public and spark nationwide riots, allowing Zaidan to impose martial law. Operating out of a field HQ at a nearby abandoned school, he will no doubt use the riots to depict the Rabat government as weak and inept, and persuade the general staff to support a fully fledged military coup in the name of national security. Our client, building contractor Hamilton Lowe, who stands to lose a fortune in government contracts, has hired us to prevent the coup d'etat. To do so, you need to paralyze Zaidan's rebel forces and prevent the riots from escalating further, hence the double contract. This is quite the political powder keg, 47, so be careful. The fate of a nation is at stake. I will leave you to prepare.
And welcome everyone to another Roulette Rivals 10 match with some matching advertisement from Nezuko and the buff guy, who are facing off in this losers bracket round 5 match. And yeah, first map is gonna be Marrakesh, picked by Nezuko. Second map, Bangkok, picked by the buff guy. Nezuko banned Santa Fortuna and buff guy banned Berlin. Right. Let's see if we can get some audio from someone in here.
He's on PlayStation, I'm on Xbox.
That looks a bit loud.
Depends what it comes to.
For some reason I can't hear it, but that's probably just OBS's fault.
Fucking game load in, mate.
There it is. Alright, I hope the audio levels are fine. I'll try to monitor them on the go. And yeah, predictions are up if anyone is willing to bet. We got 20 seconds till the spin in Marrakesh arrives. Nezuko played this one time so far in the tournament, has lost that match. Buff on the other side has played it 5 times. Positive win rate, 3 wins, 2 losses, 0 ties, never played against each other. Let's see what this spin has to offer. It's Reza Zaidan with Fall as an elite soldier and Klaus Hugo Strandberg as electrocution. With an electrocution in the suit. That's the order.
Come on! Like, seriously? Can we not do anything? Crowbar, electrocution. We don't need a taser, do we?
Nezuko sounds a bit upset about this spin. I'm not sure which part he is more concerned about. I mean, Reza, Fall Elite Soldier, is kind of free, I think, if you pay attention to the guards roaming downstairs. You can just do the standard, what is it called? Intercom lure, throw him out the window, and that's done. Strandberg electrocution suit also, actually, when you realize that you have the railing that you can electrocute, very doable. And even with the suit start, as Nezuko has displayed, starting in the consulate basement, should be done pretty quick. Buff, on the other hand, started somewhere outside in the markets, it seems, but is also running towards the consulate. Not sure why he didn't take the consulate basement start. Maybe it was due to loadout. He wanted to start with a briefcase or something. Didn't see what he brought in. Both players going for Strandberg first, though. Oh yeah, can also start with a briefcase in the garage. True story. I'm not sure why Buff started out there then.
bad.
since,
I'll take
well,
it now.
he's now at the very same location, just a minute further in. Wonder if there's something I've missed earlier. Nezuko already up in the, at the place where he can electrocute him later.
Camera! 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 Camera!
Just needs to shoot that lamp. Now the railing is electrocuted, and as long as he stays in the suit, Klaus will just lean at that railing and will get electrocuted. Doesn't even need to stay here since it's an accident. Just needs to,
The frame rate's so bad. I can't
yeah,
actually help
make
deal
sure
with it.
he
Okay, so
doesn't get spotted by that guard. And Buff got spotted by one of the guards
she's fine
while
though,
he was,
but
I think he was
she's in a
busy
full
electrocuting the, or turning on the stage light.
Is Klaus coming in now? Actually, yes. Let me get
So
him
that's
now and
a
then-
restart from Buff.
I'm scared.
Those loading times, wow, they are really long.
I'm scared her knocked down, so I don't know.
Nezuko got the interest of a woman, I think, by shooting the lamp.
Bye.
That was seen as an investigation from downstairs. There's electrocution from Nezuko. One kill down, other kill to go. Switching disguises so he can safely exit. And Buff's replanning. Gets himself a Kruger.
I was gonna
Kruger
try
Snail and a Trank, I think, is Buff's loadout at this point. Still starting with, I think, his main entrance, from what it looked like.
Fun fact. Yeah,
And
she
that
does the
is a
announcement, yeah, of the-
pretty decent lead to Nezuko now.
Body gets out.
Because Razor is, well, a little bit, but not really on any kind of cycle. You can just lure him whenever he wants. He might just walk us a couple meters more.
Strandberg's been an excellent actor. Go over here.
But yeah, there's no specific timing you have to hit on Razor, so that second kill. Because also it is in the Elite Soldier, which is, there's just plenty of them around the school. Will be done
There's no maintenance here. Don't you
in a
have
bit.
broken aircon to fix someplace? Come on,
Nezuko tried to use a panic to get these guards out of the way. Had to wait a bit for the second guard to also realize that his first buddy was alerted, but now he can safely enter the school. Grab probably this elite guard and should be able to get Razor pretty soon. Buff, on the other side, finally entered the console again through the basement. Looks like he's gonna do the body shot panic that Nezuko did earlier as well, to distract all these guards, grab the keycard in front of them, and even the keys, and it's just gonna run upstairs. Not sure exactly what the timing is for Klaus, but he looks pretty confident in what he's doing, so I assume he has a plan. Yeah, Klaus still standing back there. Might now make his way towards... well, not even making his way. Ooh, Buff sneaking around the back, very nice. Turn on the light. Now he just needs to be careful. Ooh, he's shooting it from here, which is interesting because I think what it mainly does, it allows him to, basically never has to go back there, KO that guard or anything. He can just leave the consulate again in his suit, provided he stays in his suit. Or maybe he doesn't. Who knows? But on the other side, Nezuko just dumped Razor out the window. He's in the Elite Soldier disguise. Ooh. There is still that KO'd body around there. And somebody heard Razor fell, but it looks like he's exited with green guns.
I was so scared. My heart
Press the
dropped
done.
Because that body in the hallway was the only reason I
And
could
yes,
have
there we have it. 5 stars SA
6,
for Nezuko-chan. First tried on this Marrakesh. Very well done. Buff unfortunately had a bit of trouble with the Razor kill. Strandberg kill. Now finally gets it. But sadly it's gonna be a little bit too late.
Oh, yeah, I thought we were fucked. I thought we
Right.
lost it. No.
Next up is gonna be our second picked map. Nezuko took his map pick. Now we'll have Bangkok, which was picked by Buff. So yeah, gonna have 4 minutes till that arrives. So let's have a quick look at the mission briefing for Bangkok.
Good morning, 47. Your destination is the Himapan Luxury Hotel Resort on the Chao Phraya River, just outside Bangkok. Your main target is Jordan Cross, the lead singer of The Class, a renowned indie rock outfit recording their highly anticipated sophomore album. But this millennial poster boy harbors a dark secret. 1 year ago, promising young actress Hannah Highmore fell to her death from Cross's penthouse loft in Dumbo, New York. According to the police, Miss Highmore's death was a tragic accident, but her parents remain unconvinced. They firmly believe that Cross murdered Hannah and only escaped justice due to the power and influence of his father, billionaire media mogul Thomas Cross. A secondary target, Ken Morgan, corporate fixer and attorney to the Cross family, is also staying at the hotel. Cunning and unscrupulous, Morgan was a key agent in the cover-up of Hannah Highmore's murder and Jordan Cross's subsequent acquittal. The Highmores understandably want retribution, and while the system may be powerless, ICA is anything but. I will leave you to prepare.
All right. Wow, what is this? Come on. We don't want to see that advertisement again. Fuck off. Welcome back to the second map of the Nezuko vs. Buff Guy Roulette Rivals 10 losers bracket round 5 match. We are currently sitting at a 2-0. Wait, that doesn't even work because it's gonna refresh as soon as I... Okay, that wasn't my smartest move ever because it refreshes as soon as I show the things again. Well, we're just gonna give Destiny 2 a bit more advertising here. Anyway, Nezuko took his map pick, Marrakesh. Now we're on to Bangkok. Just Buff Guy's map pick. Afterwards, we're gonna go to the random maps until one of the players has 6 points or more. At which point they will win the match. Bangkok, Buff Guy has a pretty good record on it. 6 wins, 2 losses. That looks pretty decent. While Nezuko-chan not entirely the greatest with 2 wins, 4 losses. Looks like a game crash or something, or at least he exited the game from Nezuko. Oh, let's see. However, he still has a minute.
God, I'm so fucking.
A minute
Whatever.
to
If I
load
lose
back in.
this match, fuck it. I don't care. I'm tired anyways. I just want to fucking smoke weed and go to bed. Got a lot of work to do tomorrow now. Ugh.
Betting's legal in several countries because you don't win anything but channel points, right? Yeah, I think so, but it still has to follow like some kind of law, I think, even though it's like simulated betting or something
You're right, Alonzo.
without actual money. Yeah, it's still gambling in some countries because it's like, yeah.
Be nice to get a serious
Twitch
date
has to sadly
so I don't
follow
have to
laws.
think so hard.
But that's sadly just how it is. Anyway, Bangkok
I
arriving
just needed to
in
wait like
10
one
seconds. Record
one
currently
extra
4
second
minutes.
and it would have been
I'll buy in
fine.
for fun. Let's see if these players can
Oh,
beat it.
fuck,
Maybe
moving on.
with the
Alright, let's
spin
do this.
coming up, which is gonna
God,
be
I cannot believe that shit.
kitchen knife waiter for Jordan Cross and an explosion accident as the stalker for Ken Morgan.
Kitchen knife waiter, explosion accident, stalker.
That's interesting. You could Ken could be set up. Ken could be tried to be like drive-by'd. Not sure what the trespassing zones for the stalker are around the entire map. If he's hostile everywhere or something, I don't exactly know. Waiter, kitchen knife, probably just gonna be a race to the recording studio. Also, Stalker's hostile all over the place. That's very possible. I don't exactly know that. Then, in which case, it probably is gonna be a setup kill. Yeah, waiter can be started as. And I'm assuming there's a kitchen knife around the waiter. So there. I assume they're just gonna race up to the recording studio, get Jordan, probably come down, set up Ken, go up for Stalker, kill Ken, exit. And we can see both of them, at least for now, doing basically that. Both started as the waiter. Buff has picked up the kitchen knife.
Of course the fucking door's closed, because I can't have anything today.
We have to wait for the waiter.
Fuck you,
Where is the
bitch.
waiter? That's a good
Get
question.
better at the game. Maybe you can have stuff. God damn it, man.
And looks like Nezuko is actually gonna do this, approach this a bit differently. He is not immediately racing up to get Jordan. I think he's rather looking to set up Ken first. Grab the different kitchen knife from Buff, but also has one now. And Buff is in time here for the peekaboo on Jordan. Should get him into the bathroom here, or relatively close to it. And that is just gonna be a quick kill from Buff Guy on Jordan.
Target down. Next up.
And now we need to see how it's gonna approach the Ken kill, or, well, set that one up, which I assume is just gonna be his next move. Zuko on the other side. Looks like he is gonna do the letter lure for Ken. Set him up in a different room, I assume. That's certainly an option. Might even be the only option. Let's see what they're approaching. Buff picked up the bodyguards. This guy's gonna run down. Careful cameras.
Can't jump fucking through this shit.
Gets annoyed at missing
Fucking
vault
students
prompts.
get sucks.
Picked up a propane on the way. Very good on map knowledge, or just hit maps
God
knowledge.
damn it.
Just got rid of the camera. That's certainly the quick way. Nezuko has arrived at the recording studio. However, he did miss the first timing for the peekaboo. And yeah, has to sneak up using this trespassing disguise. Not entirely sure what his plan is going to be now, but will be interested. Let's see. Looks like Buff is gonna use an emetic grenade on Ken. Not sure what is current. Currently the next bin, toilet, whatever for Ken is if he actually goes to a bathroom stall now reliably or something, or if he still proceeds to puke in some other random locations. However, Buff is clearing out the bathroom, so I think he assumes it's gonna be. They did fix it, and he
Fucking
pukes in the
kitchen
tunnel now.
staff
That's
comes in at
amazing.
4:20, so, all right, 4 minutes today. Stupid bitch.
Zuko having a bit of troubles. He tries peekabooing Jordan up here, but
Go.
apparently doesn't get the correct correct NPC to whoosh him. So yeah, he'll have to do a bit more work getting that Jordan kill. However, Buff has KO'd everybody in this bathroom stall, punched Ken in the face, and is gonna set up a remote explosion accident kill, I assume. Yeah, Buff is gonna have a one KO'd body
Okay.
in this bathroom. Just lying there because the well, the closet is full. So once he detonates that, and he can't really detonate it on exit because of the hostile properties of Stalker, that body might become an issue. Depending on what his plans are. Oh, it's soundproof. That's also true. Should be 2 doors. But, I mean, you never know, really. And Buff on his way. KO'd the Stalker.
Oh,
Detonator in hand. Don't press it yet. There he is. Looks like it was not hurt by anyone.
Give me those fucking ranch bits. Jesus Christ.
Ooh, that's true. Though I also tranked a security pretty openly. Let's hope he doesn't run to that closet. That would be an issue. He just got woken up now. And I'm not sure where the next closet is for that security. Buff is running against the clock, basically. Let's make sure he doesn't get spotted on camera. Just shoots that one. Does he have a wrench for this exit? It would appear so. Buff has exited, and Nezuko just got the kill on Jordan finally. But Buff is out of the map. And it looks like that was still green guns. Very well played. There we have it. 5 stars SA. As per requirement. And Buff Guy is gonna take the second map. Bangkok. His map pick. So the score is now 2 for 2. And we will continue on with random maps that were chosen by Hitmaps.
GG on that one.
Next map is gonna be Mumbai first.
So that means we're guaranteed Dartmoor. Fuck.
Buff already spoilered, guaranteed Dartmoor. He sounds very happy about that. But yeah, we'll have a short break before the Mumbai spin arrives. So let's have a short look, mission briefing about Mumbai.
Evening 47. The militia has released a hostage tape, outing the existence of Providence to the world. This was a fatal mistake, and our analysts are tracing its origin as we speak. In the meantime, we have a lead on Lucas Gray's top lieutenant. Turns out the Delgado cartel's counterfeiting unit was creating fake IDs for the militia, and one operative in particular stands out, Wazir Kale, an infamous South China Sea pirate better known by his nom de guerre, the Maelstrom. The Maelstrom and his cutthroat band of outlaws were the scourge of the shipping industry in the post-recession years. But his reign of terror came to an end with the disastrous 2014 hijacking of the supertanker, Francis King. Chinese elite forces stormed the ship, resulting in the deaths of a dozen sailors and most of the Maelstrom's crew. But Kale slipped away unseen. The Maelstrom's connection to Gray is unknown, but we believe it was he who carried out the audacious killing of a Providence CEO in Shanghai, along with 2 reactivated members of his old pirate gang, Vanya Shah, a shady figure in Mumbai's criminal underworld, and Dawood Rangan, the gang's old cashier turned dodgy movie producer. Shah, Rangan, and the Maelstrom form Lucas Gray's Eastern Cell. They are a crack strike team, and stopping them is our client's most pressing concern. Unfortunately, the elusive Maelstrom appears to have vanished into the seedy underbelly of Mumbai, the cradle of his criminal legend, and no one knows his whereabouts or what he currently looks like. So, a bandit queen, a showbiz charlatan, and one certifiable ghost. I shall leave you to prepare.
And we are back, and oh my god, yet again with more advertisements. I love how it's literally the same advertisement every time, and it's also synchronous. That's kind of cool. Anyway, we're back with the third map, the Nezuko-chan versus the buff guy. RR10 loses bracket round 5 match. Score is currently 2 for 2. Both players took their own map pick. Nezuko took Marrakesh and buff guy took Bangkok, respectively. And therefore, we are now moving on to Mumbai as our first random map. Buff already spoiled. Next random map is going to be Dartmoor. And yeah, afterwards, we'll continue playing as needed until one player hits 6 or more points. Buff has a pretty good record on this map. It's been here several times. 12 times to be precise, won 9 out of those and tied once. Nezuko, just a 50% win rate, 2 wins, 2 losses. And yeah, map record currently 7 minutes by Danny Buda. Let's see if they can beat it with this. It's going to be a Wazir Kali kill with a screwdriver as a metal worker. No life kill for him. Vanya Shah injected poison as local security. And Dawood Rang an explosion accident as a Bollywood crew. This doesn't look like a terrible spin to me. You get a KO kill on the Maelstrom, which is always nice, so you can just KO him right at the start. I assume both players are going to start Skywalk start. Just KO him, deal with him later. You got a live kill on Vanya, which is not terrible either, because with the train, the Brickler, she does walk out pretty isolated with just her entourage of bodyguards and assistants, which you need to pay attention to. And Dawood with an excellent explosion. It's also kind of decent, I think, because you can... Well, you can even get him with a Brickler just anywhere, as long as you make sure that there is no other NPC nearby. You can even drive by him or something. Just the disguise might be something you need to pay attention that you get earlier. And yeah, Nezuko did what I assume Buff is going to do now as well. Started Skywalk start, KO'd the Maelstrom, hit him in that little side room to deal with later. And Buff basically doing the same. He also got the Holy Man, so he'll have another disguise to run around the map. I think it's one with less enforcers technically. Oh, but wow, I'm not sure where he came from. Maybe he heard a throw or something. An NPC investigated and found the Holy Man's body. That's red guns for Buff. Heard the briefcase. Yeah, that's what I'd assume so as well. Nezuko clearing out these metal workers. So that's the first disguise he needs acquired. If he has a screwdriver in hand, or is going to pick up one nearby. That is 1 kill already secured. The side above. Sadly needing to restart. Let's get a bit of player audio again. It's a bit too silent right now. That's how he's running. I assume Nezuko already picked up a screwdriver earlier.
It's gonna be a pain.
Or not. Is there one nearby here? Not sure, but I assume he knows. Ah, there's one. Alright.
What are you doing?
Oh no, what? He created an oil leak. He did the wrong prompt, and now he's created an oil leak from that scooter there. Let's hope nobody smokes near that or something, because that would be kind of deadly, and probably a non-target kind of deadly. But yeah, Nezuko got the first kill, screwdriver as metal worker on Vazir Kali. Looks like he's running towards The tower now. And yeah, we'll probably acquire, could even acquire the Dawood kill there already and get the local security and get it over to Vanya, or just acquire disguises. See how he handles this. However, he still has the tense thing about the oil leak he created. There might be a thug smoking there, which would just kill him at this point. And that's a non-target kill. Not really great, but panicking that woman, very interesting. So she doesn't run up in here. Gets the Bollywood crew disguise, just needs to make sure he hides that body. I assume that is... Oh, it's even body hidden XP, so it should be pretty good. Let's see how Nezuko's gonna handle this. He distracted the guard inside, so he opens that gate for him, I assume. Oh no, he might just pick up or secure the local security disguise. Alright. Oh, is he now in the local security disguise gonna set up the kill? No, it doesn't appear so. I think he's just gonna get Vanya and then come back, it seems. Buff on the other side also got the maelstrom kill in the meantime, and is also at the tower with a propane. And Buff is gonna set up almost a drive-by at this point. Just needs to make sure that none of these guards accidentally trigger the proxy taser and just get blasted away. Interesting choice for Buff. He just needs to make sure he's in the Bollywood crew disguise as Dawood walks past there with the brickler. And then that should be pretty good. However, Bollywood crew is pretty far away from where he's gonna kill Vanya, I assume. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
Takes in-game time. We're not doing too bad, actually. We just need to go get the brick started, and then from there, I need to get... Once I knock out the whole...
Any more Bollywood crew in the slums? I don't think so. But it looks like Buff just stashed his local security out there, and now is gonna run in, grab a Bollywood crew, and run out back. So he has it stashed out there.
Caused a pillar of purple smoke to rise above the slums.
And we got the pillar of purple smoke above the city slums for Nezuko. So he
Shah and Rangan are both on the move.
is gonna
heading for the beach area near the slums.
get Vanya now. She is on the move to the local beach area near the slums. Or something. Carrying these two guards, which are in his way here. And then he just has the two bodyguards and her assistant to watch out for. Buff has grabbed a Bollywood crew, as I assumed, and I think it's just gonna run out and stash it outside somewhere. So he has it for better access later, and this could actually get pretty close. Buff has the Dawood kill basically set up. He has a brick. As soon as he initiates brickler, basically everything he has to care about is getting Vanya in time and switching disguises. While Nezuko has already done the brickler,
What the hell?
that might be an issue. Vanya has spotted one of the KO'd metal workers. Oh, and that's a target lockdown. Gets the injection. Let's hope nobody of the guards saw anything in the meantime, and it's gonna go green again in a second. She takes her damn time, but that is red guns for Nezuko, and that's a restart.
It's so delayed, I can't shoot anything. What am I meant to do? I'm pressing fucking X, and it won't let me knock that.
And he is very understandably
I'm trying to knock out
not happy about that. That now gives a huge advantage to Buff, however. But yeah, stash the Bollywood crew outside, re-grab the local security. It's just gonna throw the brick. Get red guns. I think what happened there was Vanya saw a dead body, or the KO'd body of the metal workers near where Buff is right now, and I assume either one of the guards saw it as well, or because he KO'd both guards while they were standing basically next to each other, quote-unquote, in panic. One of the guards saw the other KO'd guard, so yeah, either saw the metal workers or another guard is what I assume happened there.
I tried not to earlier, yeah, and I knew that was too far, because when Vine shots turned left, I was like, I'm gonna quit. But couldn't be fair.
Buff, significant lead now, has knocked out those guards. There's Vanya. He just needs, he's on a timer with Dawood, because Dawood is exiting the tower, well, soon, and he has a proximity taser, proximity explosion accident set up basically, so he needs to make sure he's in the correct disguise while that happens, but looks like he is gonna get Vanya just fine now. There's the injection, he can just run away. That's Vanya killed. Injection poison local security. And all Buff needs to do now basically is run to his other disguise, switch, and wait an exit for Dawood to kill himself. Hopefully that explosion doesn't kill anybody else, but I assume with how confident Buff set that up, that that's practiced and he knows exactly how to do it. Oh no! Oh wow, that is so unlucky, and we can see Buff. He's not happy about it, and so understandable. Literal meters away from the disguise. As Dawood explodes just a few seconds too early. Everything would have worked if that disguise was just 5 meters further away. Or closer to Buff in that sense. But that now, yeah, makes the match completely open again. Both players basically ripping on the final meters. Nezuko, slight advantage, got the Maelstrom kill right away. But yeah, that's 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes to Nezuko. That's not a huge advantage, and it could just turn around at any second again.
And for once, it's actually not me, it's IO. IO wants to be like that. It's welcome to be like that. I was hoping I got away with that, and the only guy who saw it was Vine Shot, but I guess I'm Vine Shot's guard.
Let's see.
When it comes to winning.
Let's see how they adapt their strats and how they're gonna avoid the issues they had previously. So far, Nezuko-chan did basically the same. He KO'd the 2 metal workers that Vanya spotted last time, so that's not gonna change anything. He has to just get Vanya earlier there. And yeah, got the Bollywood crew, and I assume it's gonna basically do the same as last time. Ooh, just a couple seconds before that lady went in again. To get her away from her panic. Buff, screwdriver to the head of the Maelstrom while this guy as a metal worker gets the first kill done, and yeah, is off collecting disguises, setting up, and
enough time
Yeah,
for this. That's why I was hoping to be a sweep or something like that.
grabbing other kills. Nezuko got his
Been
local security disguise.
Can't get down here apparently as well. Spamming B. I'm spamming B on jumping down, holding Y on multiple object stuff. So what?
And I assume Nezuko might just
I really don't
start
get
the brickler again.
generally understand this game. What are you trying
Make
to
sure
tell me? Rage, anger.
he,
It's over knee halfway. But
yeah, gets Vanya earlier this time. Ooh, Buff's buffering a bit, but okay, it's fine. All fine. Would suck to lose one of the players now.
you
In this very much head-to-head match. Buffering guy, exactly.
Who's that?
around me like that, dude.
Alright. Zuko looks like he's doing something something similar to what Buff did
Thing is though, old Gen is so difficult.
earlier.
Multiple
But he
things.
doesn't stash his Bollywood to screw
Camera shot,
outside somewhere.
pistol shots.
Half
Like, there's
of
really tough way. I'll be
the
honest, there's really
map
tough way.
timer
I found
is
a
now
strat
over.
would
Players
be
have
like
15
50
minutes
seconds.
remaining to complete the spin,
I
which,
can't do
well, on
that
a
50
big map
strat.
like
Why
Mumbai
can't
isn't
I? Because the gameplay, it's just
isn't a lot of time really.
Here's the brick.
As we can see, Nezuko has almost
That's
6
the
minutes on the
range.
clock and
That's
got
the
one
range.
kill down, and is, well, starting to get a second one now. These runs do take their time.
That
Buff,
caused a pillar of
Everything has to be
purple
done
smoke
again
to
in
rise above the
here,
slums.
14 minutes.
Let's see what happens next.
one
47.
kill, still needs to set up the other two basically.
47. Shaw and Rank
Looks
were both
like
on the
Buff
move.
is
I
trying
think they're
the
heading for
same
beach
thing
area near
again.
the slums.
Maybe he's gonna try and stash the Bollywood crew disguise somewhere else, somewhere closer to the Vanya, so he can switch earlier, because then everything would have worked. And I mean, the setup for Dawood is kind of good. You don't have to do anything to him really. If it's an explosion that just
Where's fine, sure.
gets him. So yeah, I assume Buff is setting up something similar or exactly the same even, by the looks of things. Gonna be exactly the same. Propane up there,
I suppose you're what
proximity
does
taser next to it, and then throw something to distract those guys. Who, well, some throws, so... or not, just no question mark. There's the question mark. Alright. That would kill setup for Buff. Meantime, Nezuko got Vanya. She saw a body again, but this time her guards aren't around. So it should be fine. Injected in local security. And Nezuko's back to
Confirmed
green
kill on
guns.
Vanya Shaw.
2 kills
Excellent
down.
work,
Oh no!
Just one
And
target left.
a random
Let's
NPC
send this one home.
has, yeah, detonated the proximity taser and therefore the explosive of Buff guy. And that's another restart for him. Now giving a huge advantage to Nezuko, who only needs to get the Dawood kill. However, Dawood's on the run already.
Go chuck this
Um,
propane, and then once he gets close enough, I can go and snail him in. Here's a snail. And then that should be all good.
I'm not sure what his plan is. He might still have a snail in his inventory.
And then from there, that should be it.
So he might just snail all the bodyguards of Dawood, or try to at least, which looks like what he's
I'm concerned that
currently doing. Drive-by would be an option as well.
goes over the floor for the-
Nezuko stashed
And then
a
nothing's happened to him, and he's having a bad time or something.
Bollywood crew disguise near the side entrance of the
Both
tower.
recruit and local security, both have been
So
received,
he
right?
does
If you
have
don't
that
remember
pretty
it's
close,
not
and
an
Buff
it's not an ideally one to go
with
for.
the
One,
side KO
dear Luke.
on
Oh, you're joking me!
That is Dawood Rankin, producer of mediocre movies and a full-time criminal. His brutality is overshadowed
Nezuko tries
only by his
snailing
giant ego.
everyone near Dawood.
No matter what, I ripped.
And that is a restart to Nezuko as well. Both players, 11 minutes remaining on the spin, just loading in again.
Bodyguards. And now I see what probably Buff ripped for. Because of those fucking guards.
So this is definitely going to be tight if either player can finish this at this point.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
11 minutes, not really much for a Mumbai spin. I think both strats are doable in 11 minutes. Both the players, however, any rip at this point for either player could call the map. Because, yeah, I mean, you can't really finish this Mumbai spin in like 5 minutes or something, I assume.
You found him.
No matter how hard you tried. So yeah, last 10 minutes ticking down.
And getting them all affected, except for them what's going to be an extremely
both players certainly unhappy about how this match went so far. Ooh, nice disguise grab by Buff. Didn't catch it the last times. Just sneak in behind the NPC so he doesn't see him switch disguises. That's the first kill to Buff. He's certainly quicker on that one. Grabbing a closer metalworker while Nezuko walks all the way to the shed near Vanya to grab metalworkers. Yeah, both players taking the same screwdriver by the scooter. I think that's just the closest there, possibly. Otherwise, hit maps got you covered. And I think Buff is set on his proximity remote explosion on Dawood. He is running towards the... yeah, the what is this? Construction area? Again, and I think is gonna try and set up what he did set up the last 2 times. Hopefully successful now.
I do not think he's even real, to be honest.
Oh, he's real.
I've been leaving a lot of those servers recently because it's not funny to do pings for no reason.
See, distracting that guard.
I woke up at night.
So the enforcer moves out of the way. Of course in the direction of where Buff stands. So he has to take the path around. Finds that tranked body, but it's tranked, so everything fine. Yeah, I think next step for Buff is grabbing the Bollywood crew. Then setting up the explosion. Nezuko got the Maelstrom kill now. And will make his way towards the tower as well, grabbing disguises, stashing them along the way. So, yeah. Possibly final approaches for both players. Starting roughly now 7 or almost 8 minutes on the clock. Both players 3 minutes in game time so far. Both got 1 kill. And yeah, here's where their strats start to differ. Oh, Buff seems like he's not setting up the same remote proximity taser explosion anymore. He is leaving the tower with the Bollywood crew and his propane. However, I think he's just gonna stash his disguise somewhere around here. Because, well, it's the wrong disguise for Vanya for now. So I assume, yeah, he's just gonna KO 1 or 2 of these metal workers. I probably have to KO both of them to not rip. And probably switch into one of them, so his Bollywood crew is around here. Now it would be a possibility, I think, for him to set up that proximity explosion, provided nobody else runs by that taser and triggers it early, another NPC. because Buff can immediately, after getting the Vanya kill, switch into the other disguise without running all the way over here. So let's see what his plan is gonna be. Because, yeah, he grabs the propane again and walks back to the tower, but no, does not seem like he's setting up that proximity explosion anymore. Nice adaptation from Buff, and I mean, he does need to get a move on. 5 minutes left on the spin. He has a breacher in inventory, so I assume he's gonna try and drive by Darwood at the end, or at least try to. Bit safer strategies, possibly, because he knows full and well with 5 minutes on the clock, if he rips one more time, it's gonna be the map loss at least, or tire loss for him. He's 6 minutes in game, and yeah, 5 minutes on the clock. No way he can recover from a rip now. Neither Nezuko. It's the last 5 minutes of the map are starting. Nezuko started the Brickler. Buff started the Brickler. So let's see. Buff now needs to stay calm and during this Vanya isolation. If you're in a rush, it's very easy to screw it up by just KOing them too quickly, too closely to the other guards. Just needs to keep his head down and kill them one after another, like this. Got the syringe, injects Vanya, and that's 2 kills for Buff. He has the disguise for the last one. He has a propane and breacher. Not sure where his propane is at this point. I dropped it along the way. Propane and breacher to do a drive-by on Dawood. And yeah, basically his last chance now. Nezuko on the other side, also getting the Vanya kill now. Injecting her. Both players only need the Dawood kill now. Buff already in the right disguise. Nezuko still needs to pick that up. Not sure if it's gonna do that before or after setting up the kill. You mean at this stage, Buff almost has the time to still set up that proximity explosion, but looks like that's not gonna be the case. Bumping the guards a little bit to, well, increase the distance between them a little bit. That's a drive-by kill by Buff. He got it successfully. Explosion, accident, green guns, no other people killed, and now he just needs to run for an exit. He doesn't have a enough coins to go for any of those exits, so he needs to run quite a long path. But wow, okay, it looks like the video is, the stream is behind a little bit. I've already pressed done. Zuko on the other side, yeah, wants to snail all the bodyguards of Dawood. However, range is not large enough for that. Buff, with 2 minutes remaining on the clock, exits Mumbai and looks like it's gonna be victorious on that map. He even gets a little BRB screen up. Needs a bit of a break after that. That was one hell of a Mumbai spin. And as a Buff already spoiled last time before the match. We are gonna go to everyone's favorite map, Dartmoor now. So yeah, match point for Buff Guy. If he wins Dartmoor now, it's gonna be match over. He wins. If Nezuko wins Dartmoor, or if we tie Dartmoor, we're gonna see at least one more map. So yeah, let's take a short breather after that, Mumbai, and have a look at the mission briefing for Dartmoor.
She came home.
Carlyle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
Are you? Who will you be, without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Alexa Carlyle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlyle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlyle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlyle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlyle, is cold as ice, tough as nails, and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
It began here, and it ends here. Talk about poetic.
One more thing. According to our intel, Carlyle keeps a case file on the Constant. Information that may be helpful in his recapture, so don't leave the estate without it.
Right. Happy hunting, 47. See you on the other side.
All right, and we are back for the fourth map of the Nezuko-chan versus the Buff Guy RR10 losers bracket round 5 match. Buff Guy currently leads 4-2 after winning Mumbai, which went down to the wire quite literally. And yeah, up next, second random map is gonna be Dartmoor. We're even gonna miss the start of the spin with these ads. It's Alexa Carlyle with an execution as a mansion guard. This is gonna be a quick one, as it always is on Dartmoor. Let's see how these two players are gonna handle it. And yeah, this could very well end up being a photo finish. If Buff Guy wins Dartmoor now, the match will end with a 2-6 score. Buff Guy will move on in the brackets. However, if Buff Guy doesn't win, if we tie or Nezuko wins, we will see at least one more map. Buff Guy, first one to load, and I think did the fast forward behind mansion start. If I saw that correctly. Gonna get a mansion guard out here. Nezuko starting as the private investigator. And assume is gonna seeker Alexa while she's on the stairs here. That's exactly what he tries to do. Fails the first seeker shot, however, he has one to spare. That one did hit. Looked a bit funny. Buff got the first token, I think, for the case file. A medic grenade for Alexa Carlyle, so she'll go to a bathroom. In the meantime, looks like he's gonna grab the second token. that's the secondary objective completed for Buff Guy. He's even going to grab the hearse keys. Everything he has to do now is the electrocution on Carlisle and then exit. He has a taser. Can just flood the bathroom pretty much. Ooh, almost does, but the door is still wide open. He's even tranking the bodyguard. I assume so he doesn't come in when he hears the sink. Nezuko got the kill in the PI. Not in the PI, in the correct mansion guard disguise. Now all he needs are the tokens as well. And this could very well be a photo finish. Buff Guy is out, electrocution, running to the exit. Nezuko still has a bit more walking to do. Also, he still needs the second token. There he has it. Now Nezuko is also just running to an exit. I assume this is going to be a photo finish. However, it might not end up being as close as you'd think. Nezuko picking up the keys and has exited. Let's see if that was still in the margin and how far they are apart. Judging that nobody gets their points immediately, it looks like a photo finish. Who could have predicted it? However, Buff Guy was out well ahead, and I think is gonna go into this photo finish with a comfortable lead, which I don't think he's gonna lose. It's 24 seconds that Buff Guy leads this photo finish. Both players, I think, had one load, no restarts whatsoever. Nezuko just took a bit longer in planning. We can even see in-game times. Nezuko 1 minute 52 versus Buff Guy's 1 minute 47. Perfect number to win most likely win a match with. So in-game time-wise, they are not even that far apart. Just Nezuko took that bit longer to plan out. So yeah, our match admin Frode is gonna just count the 2 loading times. It's gonna be a rather quick photo finish, I'd assume, and determine the winner. I mean, technically, you only have to count the load of Nezuko, because if he doesn't have more than 24 seconds loading time, which I don't think he had, but to be fair, with console, I would even believe that he had 24 seconds of loading. Can't even catch Buff. Both players checking their phones, being on Discord, typing already. And yeah, it's gonna be a 2-for-6 victory for Buff Guy. As Nezuko's loading time didn't exceed the 24 seconds that Buff Guy had the advantage, so he can't possibly catch up. Buff Guy wins Dartmoor and therefore wins the match 2-for-6 and moves on in the brackets. Very well played. After a very long, very close Mumbai, we had a very short but still very close Dartmoor to round it up. And yeah, let's see what that does to the brackets. So they are loading. In the lower bracket, Buff Guy has moved on from round 5. Is going to face the winner of Joker J versus the Reaper 47, which I think is another match scheduled later today in 10 hours time. Buff Guy will know his opponent. After that match he will. And yeah, Nezuko-chan sadly will exit the tournament here. And his run with this loss to the Buff Guy, but still very well played to him. 2 very close maps to close it out. Winning the first one, also pretty good. Let's have a short look at the upcoming matches. Couple matches are scheduled, to be precise. It's actually only 3 matches, but one is scheduled thrice. Next up, looks like it's going to be Mika versus Mu playing Berlin and New York and some other non-disclosed maps today at 21:15 Central European Time. That is in 8 hours 45 minutes, I think. 8 hours 45 minutes sounds correct to me. After that, we're gonna have Joker J versus the Reaper 47, Dartmoor and Haven Island. Also today at 23 o'clock Central European Time, which is in 10.5 hours. And Danny Buda and Fenium are so happy to play each other. They managed to get 3 matches in, so we're gonna see a best of 18, no wait, first to 18 match for them, playing at Sunday 21 o'clock Central European Time, Miami and Mumbai. So yeah, hype matches coming up, tournament slowly coming to a close. I think we're past the halfway point. It looks like only a couple players left in the upper bracket, only a couple players left in the lower bracket. So let's see who can take it home in the end. Yeah, I think at this point, everything I have to left to say is just thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks to the 2 players for playing, obviously, and congratulations to Buff Guy for winning this match. Thanks to Frost7 for adminning this match for us. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and see you soon.